Congressman, you're within striking distance of Luther Strange now. Are you surprised by that?
A little bit, although I'd reverse it. Luther Strange is within striking distance of me. It depends on the poll that you look at. But for him to have engaged in this kind of scorched earth, carpet bombing, negative campaigning, millions upon millions of dollars attacking both my reputation, the reputation of Roy Moore, and dragging us down as a way of promoting him up, that's not the way we need to be conducting ourselves in a Republican primary. And quite frankly, I'm starting to get concerned that if we have to endure another 6 weeks of the Luther Strange, scorched earth style of politics, that our ultimate nominee may be so weak that the Democrats can win the general election. You know, it's not that long ago, 1986, when the Democrats were darn sure that they had that thing in the bag. And they had Bill Baxley and Charlie Graddick duking out because they didn't have to worry about the Republican. But so much damage was done in the Democrat primary that out of the blue, Guy Hunt was elected and the first Republican was in office in over a century. And we need to learn from history on our side the best way to minimize the risk of the Democrats winning this Senate seat in December is to eliminate Luther Strange's scorched earth carpet bombing approach to campaigning, beat him in the primary. So I hope voters who want to make sure that we keep this a conservative seat recognize the risk of Luther Strange continuing with these negative attacks for another 6 weeks, defeat him in the primary, have a conservative, principled individuals like myself and Roy Moore in the runoff. We're not going to go negative with each other.
A lot of people thought that Luther Strange would get a bump because of the endorsement by President Trump. You haven't seen that, though.
No, I haven't seen in our polling any kind of bump for Luther Strange, and I think the reason for it is at this late stage, to a very large degree, our reputations are baked in. It's very difficult to change people's opinions this late in the ballgame. If anything, paradoxically, Luther Strange's endorsement by President Trump may actually be helping myself, Mo Brooks, and Roy Moore, because so many people are angry at folks in Washington, D.C. trying to dictate to Alabama voters how we should vote. We're an independent bunch. We like to think for ourselves. And we don't like what Mitch McConnell is doing by coming into our state and trying to purchase this Senate seat with special interest group money. After all, Kentucky already has 2 senators. They don't need a third, okay? And likewise, I don't think they appreciate it when somebody else tries to dictate to us how we should vote. We should be allowed to make our own opinions, free of the millions of dollars of special interest group money that first tried to intimidate candidates into not signing up and not running, and then second is being used to engage in this scorched earth, carpet bombing, negative campaigning that Luther Strange seems to have specialized in throughout this campaign.